Hi dears, today we are going to revise chapter number 1 real numbers for the term 1 CBSE assessment. As we know, this year we have multiple choice questions, so we have to revise the chapter in different way. How it is that we are explaining in this video. It is only a summary class for the chapter number 1. What are the topics we have to cover from this chapter as per the syllabus, and what are the type of questions we can expect from this chapter. These two things will be explained in this video, so we can start the class. First of all, we are going to just find how it is the overall view of the syllabus. In this chapter, we have to learn mainly 2 points. One is based on fundamental theorem of arithmetic. What is fundamental theorem of arithmetic, that we can discuss in detail. And the second point, decimal representation of rational numbers. These are the 2 points we have to learn from the chapter number 1 real numbers. Now we can enter to the topic. First one, it is fundamental theorem of arithmetic. What is fundamental theorem of arithmetics? Every composite number can be expressed as or factorized as the product of prime numbers. This factorization is unique apart from the order in which occur. Dear students, please listen. This theorem we can divide as 3 parts. One is every composite number can be factorized. This is the first part. Composite number can be factorized. The second part, it is that this factorization is unique. And third part, the order can be changed apart from the order in which occur. We can discuss this point by taking an example. For example, 12 is a composite number. We consider any composite number, it can be factorized. It is correct, you know. Suppose we select a prime number, it is only factorized by using 1. So this factorization, the same answer is getting 1 into 7. But every composite number can be factorized other than 1. So we can factorize this 12. So we get 2 into 6. And again factorizing 2 into 3. So we got the prime number. Now we can stop. So this factorization is possible. That is the first point in this theorem, fundamental theorem of arithmetics. What is the first point? Every composite number can be factorized. The second point, this factorization is unique. Unique means one and only one possible way. That means here we got 2 2's and 1 3. The factors are 2 2's and 1 3. When we multiply this, we will get 12. Instead of 1 2, we can't replace by giving any other prime number. Or we can't avoid 1 2, or we can't add 1 2. It is not possible. So this factorization is unique, which means the prime factors 2 2's and 1 3 can be used for the factorization of 12. That's the meaning of unique. Unique means one and only one method. But it is telling that the order can be changed apart from the order in which occur. Instead of 2 into 2 into 3, we can write that 2 into 3 into 2. This is also possible. Or we can write 3 into 2 into 2, which means the order can be changed. So my dear students, this is the first point, fundamental theorem of arithmetics. So here the factorization which comes. So what are the type of questions we can expect from this chapter? Factorization is coming means surely there will be the question finding HCF, finding LCM by using factorization. So we can just find out few questions based on this concept. Here you can see the question number 1. If m is equal to pq cube and n is equal to p cube cube, then find the HCF of m comma n. HCF. What is the meaning of HCF? Highest common factor. So to get the factor, there will be factorization. So it is connected with our fundamental theorem of arithmetics. So we are going to factorize, but instead of numbers, they are given m and n. What are the numbers? M and n. And also they are given the factors of m as the product of factors p into q cube. P, q are the factors. And the factors of n, which is given that p cube q. So these two numbers, common factors can be identified. We can see that here 1 p is here 3 times p into p is coming. So 1 p is common, which can be taken outside. So balance here q cube will be there. Here 2 p, that means not 2p but p into p square is there, and 1 q is there. Now we can observe q is common for these two. So 1 q can be taken outside. Then here 3 times means q into q. We multiply q 3 times. So balance 2 times will be there, q square. And here 1 q is taken outside, means p square will be there. So my dear students, this p is common. This p is common, and this q also common for both. Now when we observe these q square and p square, there is no common factor. So the common factors are p and q. P and q are the common factors. How to make the highest common factor? By multiplying the prime factors. So p into q, we can multiply p into q, we will get pq. So this is the highest common factor, which means HCF. So what's the answer of this question? Option A is the right answer. Now next question, HCF of coprimes. Coprimes A and B. What do you mean by coprime numbers? Coprime numbers, for example, 2 and 3 are coprime numbers. 3 and 4 are coprime numbers, which means these two numbers having no common factor. 2 other than 1. 1 is the factor of every number, so we do not consider that. 2 has the factor of 2, 3 has the factor 3, but 2 and 3 has no common factor. Similarly, 3 has the factor 3, 4 has the factor 1, 2 and 3, but there is no common factor other than 1. So such a way two numbers having no common factor, it is known as coprime numbers. If two numbers, this A and B are coprime, means they will have only one common factor, which is 1 only. That I told you, this 1 into 2, 1 is there, 3 into 1, 1 is there. So 1 is common for coprime numbers. So HCF means common factor. So common factor of coprime numbers is only 1. So 1 is the HCF. Highest common factor also we can make with this 1 only, because 1 is the one and only one common factor of coprime numbers. Coprime numbers means there is no common factor other than 1. 1 is common. So here 1 is the common factor, which will be considered as highest common factor, HCF. Now the third question, LCM of smallest composite number. This question already asked in CBSE board examination. So this is one of the important questions. The smallest composite number, 4 is the smallest composite number. Why? 1 is neither composite nor prime. 2 is the first prime number. 3 is the second prime number. So 4 is the first composite number because it has more than 2 factors. Other than 1 and 4, which has the factor 2. That's why 4 is considered first composite number. Composite number means it will have more factors, more than 2 factors. So 2 is the factor of 4. So 4 is the first composite number. Now smallest prime number is 2. 2 is the smallest prime number, which has 2 factors only, 1 and 2 only. So the question, find the LCM. We can find the LCM by using factorization. So 4, 2, what is the LCM? 2 is common for these two numbers. 2 2s are 4, 2 1s are 2. Now 1 and 2 there is no common factor. So we can find the LCM is equal to, we can multiply these all factors. So 2 into 2 into 1. What is 2 into 2 into 1? So we get the answer, 2 2s are 4 and 4 into 1, 4. So 4 is the LCM of this composite number 4 and prime number 2. So the right answer is option C. So my dear students, these are the common questions we can expect from the chapter number 1, and there is a chance to ask case study questions also. In next video, we will explain which type of case study questions we can expect from this chapter, and also we will explain the second point. Other than fundamental theorem of arithmetic, one more point is there related to decimal expansion that we will be discussed in next video. So this is the revision series which are very important. So watch it, and also I just suggest you to subscribe my channel if you are a CBSE 10th standard student. Surely this will be more helpful for you. Thank you dears. We can meet in next video.